So here's my list of must-haves and one highly recommended suggestion. See what you think, let me know. First thing I recommend is a pair of quality boots. So something that's leather, gives you a little ankle support, or if you know that you're gonna be walking through some water, then a good pair of rubber boots that don't leak. But good boots, good grip, recommend that. You know, I always say that like thick soles, a steel shake maybe even, is necessary, because I promise you, you don't want to run one of these through the bottom of your foot, because that would hurt a lot. Just a personal preference, but if you're hunting on state ground, like some kind of, you know, public land of some kind, I always wear a shirt or a jacket or whatever, something that's not bright. There's times where you kind of want to just kind of sink in, you know, you're gonna see other folks probably, good chance, you know, you might be up against a road. You don't really want to advertise, so I try to stay away from bright colors, you know, not anything that's yellow or blue, red, you know, orange, anything like that. I try to blend in as much as I can. Something to drink. It gets hot, you're putting the miles on, you need to be able to hydrate. So this is my cup. You can't judge, that's thing here. So this is my cup. Somebody left it at my house, and the joke is, as you can see, there's a whale on it. So everything is it's a whaley nice drinking cup. It's whaley good. So I whaley like it, and I whaley suggest that you bring something to drink in your pack. If you're hunting in an area that has a lot of briars, brambles, brush, then a pair of these snap-on pair of chaps, chaps, however you say it, but these are, dropped them, these are they snap over top of your belt, as you can see right here. They have a little snap on them. They're tough, they're briar proof. I usually treat these with some kind of a bug repellent, and they not only keep the briars from poking at you, but they also, it's not as easy for the ticks to grab it, and as you go through the weeds and whatnot, the ticks kind of get brushed off them. So this is something that I always wear if I'm gonna be in an area with a lot of thorns in it. Now, people swear to it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I figure it isn't gonna hurt. But a mesh bag, like a onion sack of some kind, get out of the sun here where you can see it better, but like a mesh bag, like an onion sack. So, you know, you can see through this. I don't know how well that's going to pick up, but the theory is that those little mushroom spores, they kind of filter out as you're walking through the woods. So if you don't have that, have some kind of a sack to carry your loot back out with. Recommend you carry a backpack. You can carry all kinds of stuff in there, your drink, your onion sack, and it's a good way to hide your mushrooms as you're coming back out. So, you know, you have them in your sack, stuff them down in your backpack, and that way there you don't advertise all your good spots. You put in the miles, you put in the work, so you want to be, you want to protect that spot the best you can. So some kind of a backpack of some kind, don't have to be fancy, just a pack. You know, something else you always want is toilet paper in a waterproof pouch. Put that in your bag. When you need it, you need it. So depending on where you're at, you know, always follow rules, laws, all of those things. But depending on where you're at, I recommend that you take some kind of protection with you. I had a scare a couple years ago. I was on some public land, and I came up on a situation that it was not good. And thankfully everything ended well, but it scared me. So I always recommend you carry some kind of a sidearm or some kind of self-protection spray or whatever you got. But I recommend that if you're on public land. You know, you're hunting on your own place or somebody else's land, private land, that's fine, or some kind of a more of a regulated or safer area. But when you're out by yourself, crazy things happen sometimes. Last weekend we were hunting mushrooms, up on some state ground, and a pack of dogs was in there. And I've run into that before. This was not an issue really. These dogs, they went on their way, but I have come across them in the past where they've been a bit aggressive, and it's always just nice to have a little bit of security sitting on your side. That was really good. Well, I sincerely hope that that list helped you. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you have a go-to item that you bring along with you, or if you have something else, or general comment, let me know. See you then. Bye.